Elite Facts presents
10 crazy facts about China.
10.
Human urine eggs. Are you ready to be sick? No? Well, too bad, because this is probably the most disgusting factoid on this list. So in China, they have quite strange delicacies. Things such as century eggs, chicken feet, turtle jelly, and of course using cats in a number of their dishes is all very out of the ordinary to the Western world. However, this one, no offense, is probably the most disgusting delicacy of them all. Now you're probably wondering, what could be worse than century eggs? You know, eggs that are preserved for 100 years without being served? What could be worse than that? How about boiled eggs that have been marinating in human urine? That is just on a whole other level of disgusting. Otherwise known as virgin boy eggs, these eggs are marinated in the urine of virgin boys, as the name suggests. It is believed that urine enhances medical advancements as it can help with the likes of heat stroke, asthma, and fungal infections. Yeah, we think we'll take regular ibuprofen or see a doctor if any of those problems pop up.
9.
You're not allowed kids until the government allows you to. So unlike almost every other country on the planet, parents in China are not allowed to just go ahead and have a child. You're not even allowed to have one by accident. If you want a child, you have to go through the government first. This requires you, the parent, to fill out several forms, send them off for review, and they have to be approved for a family planning certificate 3 months before or after the pregnancy. Not doing this will likely result in a heavy fine.
8.
One-child policy. Following up from the previous point, even though the decision is down to the government as to when and who can have kids, you, the parent, are restricted to having only one child. Up until 2015, in urban areas, if a second child was born, his parents faced a choice: hand in a fine called a social upbringing fee, or the child won't get a household register. Social upbringing fees usually equal 3 to 9 times as much as the average annual income. And a child without household register cannot get social insurance or go to school. If a civil servant disobeys the family planning policy, he or she will get punished, from record of a major demerit to discharge. On October 29, 2015, however, it was reported that the existing law would be changed to a two-child policy, citing a statement from the Communist Party of China. This new law became effective on January 1, 2016, following its passage in the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress on December 27, 2015. Under the new policy, families could have 2 children if one parent, rather than both parents, was an only child.
7.
Everyone goes on vacation at the same exact time. Have you ever wondered what would happen to a country if everyone had stopped working for one day? Well, this has actually happened. In fact, it happens every single year in China. Everyone gets holidays at the same time for Chinese New Year. In just 40 days, it's estimated that 3.7 million Chinese people are traveling across the globe in celebration of this yearly event.
6.
China commonly slips up with food products. Next up, we have another fact relating to the food in China. And trust us, it doesn't get much better than the previous one about urine eggs. So apparently, China is no stranger when it comes to letting certain ingredients slip into their food products. 2 of the most common cases include the likes of tofu and goat meat. Let's start with goat meat, since we're pretty much treading familiar territory. So on several different occasions, meat companies have been caught marinating goat meat in human urine. Again? Why is human urine a popular marinating sauce over there? We understand they believe it helps with medical advancements and whatnot, but surely they know it must be gross. I mean, that's why goat meat has been recalled a few times over there. Anyway, on to the other common food slip-up, tofu. So how can you possibly mess up tofu? How about making it entirely out of raw sewage? You heard that correctly. On several occasions, tofu companies have been caught using raw sewage in the production of their tofu products. That is just downright nasty.
5.
China has only recently lifted its video game ban. So recently, over the last few years, China has lifted their ban on video game products. This ban lasted for 15 years, beginning in 1995. The government thought that was the best way to protect Chinese youth from wasting their minds on video games after a parental outcry. This is quite ironic since China is the main place in which video game consoles are produced. However, China lifted this ban back in 2014 and consoles are now legal to own. 4. Rent-A-Partner. There are services in China that allow you to rent a date online. Unlike Western escort services, the goal isn't intimacy. Instead, the Chinese rent their significant other to get their parents to stop complaining about them not having a significant other. We think that's a great service to have.
3.
Soldier discipline. When training to be a soldier, one of the main things you will be taught is discipline. This is one of the most important things in the military. Well, that and combat in the field. While in China, not much is different over there than what they do in the US military. Boot camp is the same and a lot of the protocols are the same. But there's one thing we feel the need to mention during this portion of the list because of how bizarre it is. While training new soldiers to always keep their chins up, a small but very sharp pin is placed facing upwards through their collars. As well as this, in order to ensure uniform arm height while marching, soldiers learn to march with their arms wired and attached to poles.
2.
Police geese. Now, this one is as ridiculous as it sounds. Actually makes a lot of sense though. So in most countries, police stations usually have a canine unit. However, in China, this is not the case. Instead of dogs, German Shepherds and Dobermans to be precise, the police in China instead have a geese unit. Yeah, you heard that right. They use geese instead of dogs. Now, again, it sounds stupid on paper, but geese are actually ideal for the job thanks to their aggressive nature and keen vision. Imagine if they used geese in Hot Fuzz, the Swan storyline probably wouldn't work anymore.
1.
Smartphone lanes. So one of the most annoying things when you're walking down the street is when people don't watch where they're going because they're on their phones. Apparently, China is sick of these people as well because they've actually gone out of their way to create smartphone lanes on paths. Smartphone addicts have been given their own walking lane so as not to bump into normal walking pedestrians. Taxpayers' money gone to a good use. And that's our list. Did we leave any out that you know about? Let us know in the comments below. Please remember to subscribe and tap the bell button to be notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more Elite Facts.